No, that was not clickbait. We actually have some fishing bobber artillery shells. However, we do have a problem. Now, this is a strange fireworks video, and I normally only do these once a year, but it is getting really dark out. And unfortunately, we have some artillery shells that were meant for the daytime. So before we continue any further in the video, we have got to light these things off. I completely forgot about these things. However, they were $28.95. I got them from Wild Willie's Fireworks in Nebraska, and they are by Flashing Fireworks brand. Now, when you think of artillery shells, usually you think of the ones that you load into the tube and you light them one at a time. They go up at night, you light them on the 4th of July or for celebrations, and they create a nice starburst. However, these are made for the daytime, and that's what makes them strange. Now, normally I would not be rushing this kit of shells because I certainly think these are some of the strangest fireworks I've ever seen. Daytime artillery shells. How often do you walk into a fireworks store and see something like this? But we are losing daylight very fast, so I've got to light all 6 of these right now. So this is your tube. It's cardboard with a plastic base on there, a little bit of clay down here in the bottom for recoil. And yeah, I probably wouldn't put any more than 6 shells in this thing. Now this is what the shells actually look like, which is kind of crazy. So I think that this longer part here is not only lift charge, but there's also like a smoke bomb in there. And when they go up in the air, they're gonna have a smoke tail and then break, and it's either gonna be crackle or like an audible effect.
Dude, I gotta be honest, I have never even seen a shell look like this, ever.
Isn't that weird?
It's very weird.
Some might even say it's a strange firework. Please watch this video, my life depends on it. So I can't get these shells out, and this stuff here in the back is like that stuff you see at Walmart when you're like trying to close a bag from the produce aisle. What is that? What is that even called? A twist tie. That's what it's called. You put it on bread to keep your bread fresh.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. We got to use rubber bands or something easier because now we're losing daylight faster, and I'm having to deal with this. So now we're left with this problem, and we basically, it's not even really a problem. You just pull the tip of that. We'll get all these fuses prepped right away. And I'm wondering if the smoke trail matches the color of the packaging. So like, is this gonna be a blue smoke trail up to like a crackle break? Or is there something in here that they're hiding, like an actual smoke break? That would be really cool. I've only ever seen that done at PGI. I have never seen a consumer firework break with smoke. My God, would that be one of the coolest fireworks I've ever seen. And that would just really add to the purpose of these strange fireworks videos. So you're gonna get 2 of the green ones. We're gonna start with these. So I'm gonna have Garrison light these, and I'm gonna get back. Here we go, our first smoke shell. Yep, I knew they were gonna go with crackle because a smoke break, I don't think it's achievable. And if it is, firework companies, what are you doing? Let's make it happen. Now here goes the last green one. Maybe it'll be a different color. Nope, it's green again. They are loud, especially for their size. So now we got 2 of the blue ones, and we have 1 in the tube already. And again, I'm gonna have Garrison light these off. So just realized that recording the first blue shell, I didn't even hit record. So here goes the second one. Sorry about that, guys. We're kind of in a rush right now. Nice. Nice blue smoke. So the smoke trail does match the color of the packaging. So I think these next 2 are gonna be pink or red. Wow, that was like a perfectly straight smoke tail. Look at that. Good stuff. Not much of a smoke tail on that one, but I imagine it's really tough to get a smoke bomb to light with all that lift in the bottom. I'm gonna say all in all, these are about 8 out of 10. Okay, so with those daytime smoke shells out of the way, we can get back to the original video here. And honestly, those shells were supposed to be in the full-length video where we shoot all these off, but we did have to rush it because we were losing daylight fast. Now, I want to start with these. These shells are super strange. Now, don't get this video confused with the strange fireworks video that I do once a year, because in that video, we feature all sorts of different strange fireworks. This is exclusively focusing on artillery shells, and not even just canister shells. These are all ball shells. So these are the ball shells that I have found throughout the year that are strange. This is by Far Out Fireworks brand, and they are called holiday shells. But what makes them strange is exactly how they are packaged. So I think at one point in time, this was a fishing bobber. Does it not look like a fishing bobber? And I don't know, that thing on the bottom there definitely looks like it came with the shell. So maybe they weren't, but they totally look like they were fishing bobbers. And also, it is extremely rare to see a plastic artillery shell of any kind on the consumer market. Now these ones here are by United Pyro Fireworks. This is a 12-shot artillery shells. The reason these are strange, I guess, is because they are mini. And you've got not only black ones in here, but green ones. So I've always known that sometimes these little green ones have a report, but I've never really seen the black ones have a report. And I'm wondering, are these shells salutes? Now this kit here has 18 breaks, but only 6 shells, and you may be confused by that. And so this brand is called Pyropact, and these shells are called Trident, and they are triple break shells. That's why you're only getting 6 individual shells, but 18 breaks in total. We're gonna open this up and show you how that works. So inside of the box I was just showing you, and actually they do have kind of an example here on the side. There's like 3 fireworks going off, right? Right here we've got a crackle shell, then a brocade, and then like a multicolor peony with brocade tails. So that's essentially what these shells are gonna do, right? Now you take these out of the pack one at a time and you put them inside of this tube. But you're not just getting 1 firework here, you're getting 3. Now these 2 artillery shell kits I wanted to show you at the same time. So over here we have the Depth Alone dilated breaking shells by Winda Fireworks. I've never heard of this effect. What does dilated breaking mean? Today we're gonna find out. These are also kind of weird looking. They look like eggs. Like, take a look at this from the side. They're not your stereotypical round ball shell that we all think of when we think of artillery shells. So I'm actually gonna take one of these out. And by the way, these are by Sky Pioneer brand and they're called Metal Power. But because their packaging is literally the same, minus the label and brand, the shells also look the same. I wanted to show them to you at the same time. So let's get one of these opened up and give you an example of why these shells are strange and why they're in this video. So as you can see now, that does not look like a typical ball shell because it's not perfectly symmetrical or round. It's got more of like an egg shape to it. So what I've heard about these shells, now I have no idea what they're talking about when they say dilated breaking effect, but what I do know about shells that look like this is they often feature mines and then the break up in the sky. So is that all they're gonna be? Now inside of this kit you get 6 ball shells by Cutting Edge Fireworks and it's called Make and Fire. The reason I picked these up is because they are also triple break shells, but the strange part is that this top 2 shells almost looks like a peanut shell. So I'm wondering, is that some sort of different effect where we have like the main break here and then these 2 kind of go off in a way and break at the exact same time? I have no idea, but triple break shells typically do not look like this. They look more like these first 2 versus where on the top one, as you can see, it's more like rigid. Like you can definitely tell there's something connecting the 2 shells. Whereas here, it may only be a fuse. So what's going on with these 2? Now this shell kit here, holy moly, we have demoed these before on the channel. They have been discontinued, so I have no problem showing these to you guys on video. I believe that these are double breaking salutes, or they are 1 color break and a salute. So it's gonna be one or the other, but either way, they are double breaking artillery shells, but you never really see a salute paired with a color shell, and you definitely never see a double breaking peanut salute shell. And if that's what these shells are, if I'm remembering that right, you guys are not gonna believe what these sound like. And last but not least, over here on the left, we've got the Avenger artillery shells. And it's by World Class brand, but as you can see, they kind of cut the label to be able to show the shells. Now you get 12 shells in the kit, but 30 breaks. And that might be a bit confusing, but if you look closely beyond the packaging, you will notice that up here, we have 3 double break shells. And over here, we also have 3 double breaking shells. But towards the bottom, we have 3 triple break shells, and that's why the break count is so much higher on this versus if it was just a double break kit. And I think this is going to be really interesting because we're going to be able to compare and contrast a lot of these different double and triple breaking shells in this video. And at the end of the day, that is kind of strange for a firework. When you think of lighting 1 fuse, you think of 1 firework. So if you light a fuse and more than 1 firework is happening, in my book, that is considered kind of strange. So without any further ado, we're gonna get all of these lined up. I might make this an annual video just like the strange fireworks video. But again, in the Strange Fireworks video, we're talking about a massive variety of fireworks, not just one thing. This video is exclusively going to focus on ball shells. And so let me get all of these lined up for you, and we will be demoing these kits one at a time to see just how strange these fireworks actually are. So we're just getting all of our strange artillery shells loaded up into these mortar racks, but I come across this tube inside the holiday shell kit. So I just want to cut in here and say that this is some of the strangest fireworks I've ever seen. As we're loading up all of these artillery shells into the racks, I noticed this. So I took this out originally and it was above this white cardboard here. I took this out going, you know, where is the base? Because this just looks like that. And it looks like you just kind of put this in the ground and fire them like that, but it's not really stable. So I ripped this white part out and I found this base in here. Now, I personally have never seen an artillery shell kit that you have to put together, literally like that. You have to make your own launch tube. And what's even weirder is if we pull it back out, the bottom is not wood, it's not clay, it's literally just rolled cardboard. I've never seen anything like this. So obviously, going back to the title of the video here, another strange thing that we noticed about the Avenger artillery shells is that they are ball shells. And when you think of ball shells, you don't think of fiberglass tubes, right? Because that is what canister shells go inside. However, this kit features 2 fiberglass tubes, another strange oddity in the firework world. All right, guys, so here's what we're gonna do. We've got the 12-shot artillery shells now. These are obviously the smallest in the entire lineup, so we're gonna start with these. Then we're gonna go into the Metal Power by Sky Pioneer, followed by Depth Alone dilated breaking shells by Winda. Then we're gonna do the Holiday fishing bobber shells, and there's only one tube that they fit in, kind of like the first kit. Then the Avenger artillery shells, double and triple break. Then we'll do the other 3 kits. So here we go. Let's go ahead and see the 12-shot artillery shells one at a time.
Bang!
Oh my God. So I'm a bit disappointed in these because usually they are a lot louder for their size, but that's kind of weak. Goes another one. Yeah, these aren't very impressive. The problem is we only have one tube that fits these shells, or we do them all at once. That one wasn't bad. These mini artillery shells are usually a lot better than what we're seeing tonight. Like that, that's weak. Hopefully this is a good one. Yeah, it's like a mine shell. I don't know what that thing was. That might have been the fuse. I know you guys are at home watching this just yawning. Yeah. All right, we're getting down there to the last few. Man, these are usually much, much better. It must just be the brand. I really thought these were gonna be a lot more fun. Sorry guys, putting you through this. Oh no. What sucks is these are reloadable artillery shells. These are supposed to be the loudest thing you can get. I'm really hoping this is the last one. Was that the last one? Yeah. Thank God. But moving on, we are taking a massive step up from that last kit, starting with Metal Power by Sky Pioneer. Now, these shells are loaded from here all the way to here, including one of the tubes that the shell kit comes with, and we're gonna test these out one at a time. So I think we've got 8 of these in the Metal Power kit. I'm gonna shoot some of these in wide angle. So a dilated break, I don't know, these shells look the same as the Winda kit, but I don't know what they mean by dilated break. But we're gonna shoot in wide just to be safe. So they're really bright, number one. So like neon effects. But here goes the 3rd shell out of the Sky Pioneer kit. All right, that was a massive willow break. Stars everywhere. I just don't know what the difference between these and like a regular ball shell is. They just look way different. They're definitely loud. Here goes another one. Yeah, these are far more symmetrical too than your typical artillery shells. I'm noticing they smell really good too. Some of that smoke's coming this way. Nice. I think this might be our last shell. Ooh, that's pretty. Looks like we're not done. We got another one. Wow. So I recorded these last ones here in wide angle, and I think that was definitely a good call. Otherwise, I don't think you would have seen how symmetrical and how big these breaks actually are. But moving on, I am dying to see what this dilated breaking shell is. This is Depth Alone by Winda Fireworks. Now the packaging looks the same, but are they actually the same, or are these completely different with an effect I've never seen before? Okay, what is a dilated breaking shell? We're about to find out. I don't think we'll ever know because these are just like really good ball shells. But we're gonna continue to shoot in wide angle just in case. Ooh, big break. These are some solid ball shells. Oh, look at this willow hanging down. Very nice. Bright green. Huge break. Big green. That last shell was nuts. Jeez. These are some of the best ball shells I think I've ever seen. Wow. I think this may be the last one, unfortunately. Ooh, pretty. But a lot of the same effects, lots of green with brocade. So next up, we're gonna take a look at these 5 holiday shells by Far Out Fireworks. Take a look at that. Now, to my understanding, this is definitely a much older artillery shell kit. So I don't even know if these are gonna work, but we're gonna test them out first in wide angle. And if they are performing normally, then we'll shoot the rest in ×1. And just real quick, before we start on these shells, I wanted to point this out. So these tubes right here fit modern day canister shells. But take a look at this. These do not fit, which means that at one point in time, a 2-inch ball shell was legal on the consumer market. And that's the only reason why we have these shells here. They don't fit in these tubes, which are 175 for canister shells, but they do fit in the tube that they come with, which must be a 2¼ inch. Okay, I have no idea what to expect out of these shells. I don't even know if they are going to work, but here goes the 2-inch holiday shell. Man, they are definitely loud and they get way up there, but you can tell they have been sitting for a while. And here goes the next one. I'm gonna try this one in ×1. And that's bright. And that's a really nice crackle effect too. What? We're just gonna rotate between wide angle and ×1 because I think I'm missing something here. Whoa. Yeah, Garrison said on the last shell that he saw like a star make a beeline to the east. And I didn't see that. Let's see another one here. And by the way, these smell much different than regular fireworks. Yeah, I like these. They're really loud and they have a really interesting sounding crackle. So this is the last shell. I've been told now twice by Garrison that he's seeing a star shoot out to one side. I keep missing it, but let's see if we can see it. Okay, there's the break, but then I don't see the star he's talking about. I just turned the camera in every direction. I don't know, maybe I'm blind. So Garrison tells me he was seeing something in those shells. What were you seeing?
So it was like it broke all to one side, and there was just a single star that came out the backside of it.
I wonder if I got that on video.
I hope so. It was actually kind of cool.
Yeah, I can't believe I didn't see that.
This way, one went straight up and 2 came back this way.
And you saw this too?
Same thing.
I don't know what's going on here with this Far Out Fireworks brand, but because there's an alien on there, you never know.
Maybe I'm seeing stuff that you're not seeing. Like it's a different dimension.
That's crazy. You know what? Some might even say That's far out, man. So definitely some paranormal stuff happening tonight. But this next kit here is called the Avenger Artillery Shells by World Class, a brand that I've been using here for a while. 12 shells, maximum load, and we've got not only double break, but triple break shells. Here goes our first double break. Nice. Yeah, we're gonna have to shoot these in wide because they're not compensating on the 2 separate breaks. These things are breaking like a regular ball shell, but times 2. Here goes another one. Man, those are some of the best, at least double breaking shells I've seen. Now I have seen better ball shells, but double breaks, these are actually really good. Wow. They do not sacrifice on the boom. Nice white strobe. So pretty soon here we should be getting some triple breaks. Not sure what this next one's gonna be. Okay, the second break on that one did not go off. Nope, again. I don't know what's going on there. Look at this. So it landed, and as you can see, it didn't even go off. So there is a second shell in there that did not fire. Okay, hopefully we get a triple break here. I'm not gonna take back what I said about these being really good though. That was a double break still. Hopefully we get a triple. There we go, triple breaks. So we might have found the other one that did not go off. And it looks like it's right here. So fuse and all, as you can see, fell to the ground, didn't go off. You definitely would not want to hit that with a lawnmower. Another triple break. So they were outstanding when they were double break, but as you can see, the third break in these triple break shells is a little bit weaker than the first 2. And we got another one going up, and maybe it'll point that out a little better. Oh, never mind. It appears I was wrong. Oh my God. That's a lot of shells to not go off. It's like we have a mix between double breaks and triple breaks, but a lot of them didn't work out. So I feel like we maybe kind of got ripped off, but also World Class is a really good brand and they are consistent with their product. So please, nobody shame this company. All the fireworks did in fact go up in the air, and at the end of the day, maybe that's all that matters. Now, don't click off the video yet. We're not done. We have more triple break shells here by PyroPact brand. As you can see, 6 shells in total, but a lot of breaks. And then right here, we've got the Make and Fire kit by Cutting Edge, which is kind of also the same thing as World Class. So high expectations for these shells, considering they are all triple break and we don't have double break in them. And of course, we're gonna save these for the grand finale. We might light one of these and then we might let the rest of them go at the same time. Can't wait to see these. And I think you guys are not gonna believe how loud they actually are. And all of these performances here, it's all fake. Don't read that. All right, so we found another one. Take a look at that. And this would have been one that was a triple break, right? So these were the 2 shells that didn't go.
Yep.
So we now have the 2 other kits loaded up into these mortar tubes. And this kit over here is the Trident by PyroPact. And these other 6 triple break shells are called Make and Fire by Cutting Edge. So let's go ahead and start with the Trident one at a time. Triple break. Hopefully these all work. Ooh, much nicer than the last kit. Here goes another one. At least these triple break shells are working. Yeah, look at that. Very bright too, I will say that. And I think this might be the last one. Look at that blue. Nice. All right, so these next ones here are Make and Fire by Cutting Edge. These might be better than the World Class ones we saw earlier. Let's find out. Here goes the first shell. So Cutting Edge is like the same thing as World Class, so it'll be interesting to see. Huh. Based on the first shell, the pyro-packed ones are a little bit better. But then again, when the Avengers shells were working, they were probably better than these. Ooh, we got a twofer. Nice! So if you couldn't tell, that was 2 shells. Fuse jumped a little bit, but now we should just get 1. So that last one there, the fuse lasted a little bit longer than normal, and that is a prime example of why you never approach a firework tube if it didn't go off. You always give it a few minutes, at least. Here goes another one. Ooh, big breaks. All right, this is the last one, cutting edge. Yep, I think the ones by Pyro-Packed are gonna win for the night. The Avengers shells, when they were working, definitely outperformed all the other kits we did tonight, minus the depth alone shells by Wind of Fireworks. And ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, our grand finale of the night. We're gonna go ahead and start with just one of these to show you what they do, and then we're gonna light an entire barrage of them. So to give you guys a taste as to what you're in for this finale, here we go. Double braking salutes. Yeah. And here we go, our grand finale. Okay guys, I don't know why I'm whispering, but I feel like I need to whisper after that. Holy crap. Strange fireworks, strange artillery shells. We're doing it all, guys. We'll see you next time.